All right, parents, do you know what your child is doing while on the internet? 14 people have been arrested for attempting to target children online in St. Johns County. Taylor Levesque is on your side learning more about those involved in something called Operation Spring Fling. She's live in the newsroom. And Taylor, law enforcement has some tips for parents about keeping their kids safe, right?
Yeah, well, the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office is asking parents to keep an eye on their children's social media accounts as kids are out of school and spending more time online this summer. These are just a few of the 14 men the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office say are facing charges for preying on children, and some are locked up in the St. Johns County Jail tonight.
These individuals agreed to travel to meet with the child persona, and in those cases they did in fact travel to a location in St. Johns County, and they were arrested by our officers.
Undercover investigators posed as children using social media platforms and dating websites. They had conversations with adults who made sexual advances towards them, even attempting to meet in person.
Even if they don't travel, there are other crimes that they can commit if they distribute illicit images to what they believe is a child, or they engage in conversation that could lead to a child engaging in some type of illegal activity with them, or sexually explicit activity.
According to the state attorney general's office, the average age of a child being contacted online is 15 years old. St. Johns County Lieutenant George Harrigan says predators take advantage of children during the summer because they're free, while their parents may be distracted.
Predators know that parents may not be available as much in the summertime when kids are out of school.
Harrigan says the best way to keep your child safe is by monitoring their electronics and social media use.
Maybe it's no devices during meals. Maybe it's you're intentional about saying we're going to have so many minutes of non-electronic activities per day, or maybe definitely a big piece of advice from our ICAC investigators is there's really no reason for children to have their phones alone in their rooms at night or anytime. Parents and guardians should always be on top of that activity.
The Sheriff's Office says also understanding the privacy settings on your kids' social media accounts is also an important way to keep them safe. If parents are worried about any suspicious activity they might see on their children's phones or computers, they're urged to call local law enforcement for review of the content. In the newsroom, Taylor Levesque, First Coast News, on your side.